When you put small pebbles or sand into the water, you get mixture. Thus remember that when two or more substances combine together physically, we get a mixture. Also remember that there are two types of mixture, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Now what is homogeneous mixture? Well, the word homo means same. Thus, a mixture which has uniform composition throughout its mass is called homogeneous mixture. By uniform composition, we mean that you cannot see or observe the particles of a homogeneous mixture with naked eye. The example of homogeneous mixture is when you mix table salt plus water, you get a homogeneous mixture. Remember that you cannot spot or see the particles of salt and water, and we therefore call it a homogeneous mixture. The second example of homogeneous mixture is air. We know that air is made up of different gases like oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. Air is a homogeneous mixture because all these gases are combined together physically in such a way that they form a uniform composition throughout, and we cannot see the particles of these gases. One last example of homogeneous mixture is alcohol. It has also uniform composition throughout its mass, and we therefore call it a homogeneous mixture. Now what is heterogeneous mixture? A mixture which has non-uniform composition throughout its mass is known as a heterogeneous mixture. By non-uniform composition, we mean that we see the particles of substances within the heterogeneous mixture with naked eye. The best example of heterogeneous mixture is salad. When you mix different vegetables physically, you get salad. Secondly, you can easily recognize the ingredients of salad. The second example of heterogeneous mixture is oil plus water. When you put some oil into the water, it is known as a heterogeneous mixture. Secondly, you can recognize the layer of oil above the water. The third example of heterogeneous mixture is when you put small pebbles or sand into the water. It is called as heterogeneous mixture. You can easily spot the sand and water and air. Thus remember that when we observe or see the particles of different substances within the mixture, we call it a heterogeneous mixture. Finally, let me teach you the difference between homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture has uniform composition throughout its mass, while heterogeneous mixture has non-uniform composition throughout its mass. Secondly, in homogeneous mixture, there is no visible boundary of separation, while in heterogeneous mixture, there is visible boundary of separation. Thirdly, all homogeneous mixture are called solutions. For example, sugar solution and salt solution, while all the suspension and colloids are called heterogeneous mixture. For example, soup solution. Fourthly, we cannot see particles in homogeneous mixture with naked eye, while we see particles in heterogeneous mixture with naked eye. This was all about homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. If you have learned something new in this video, then like this video and subscribe our channel for more conceptual lecture.
Okay, did you focus on the video clips, children?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, so what have you learned about the video clips?
More substances put together.
That is called
Mixture.
And what else have you learned from the video clips?
There are two
Yes, Lisa. Two kinds of mixtures. What's the first one?
homogeneous mixture.
Okay, we have the, can you spell it for me, children?
HOMOGENEOUS.
And the other one is?
Heterogeneous.
Okay, spell it, everyone.
HETEROGENOUS. H-O-U-S.
Okay, very good. So what do we mean by homogeneous according to the clip?
Uniform.
Yes, Joanne.
Uniform composition throughout its mass.
Uniform composition throughout this mass. How about heterogeneous mixtures?
Non-uniform.
Non-uniform. Okay. So, let me discuss ano lang yan, those or ano kumbaga, pang-college na dito mga term. But in grade 4, this is homogeneous mixtures. Everyone, let us read.
Homogeneous
mixture.
mixture.
What is the means of homo?
Homo.
Means same. The same siya. In Ilonggo, what is same?
Pareho.
Parehos. Mika, can you please read?
Is a mixture in which the composition is uniform throughout the mixture.
It's uniform and you can't see the particles of homogeneous mixtures. Take note of this word, children. Homogeneous, you can't see the particles. How about the heterogeneous?
We can see
Renan.
It's a mixture which has non-uniform and we can see the particles.
Yes, this word, or take note of this word, children, na homogeneous, we can see the particles, while the heterogeneous, we can still see the particles. Now, let's go back to the halo-halo. Now, what do you think is the halo-halo? Is it homogeneous or heterogeneous? Ayan.
Heterogeneous.
Heterogeneous. Why heterogeneous, Ayan?
Because we can see the particles.
Substances like we can see the ice cream, we can
banana.
see the banana, the
Coconut.
Very good. Okay, let's
Sila
see
din.
kung heterogen man. Okay, let us clap our hands to Ayan, everyone. Very good. So now, halo-halo is an example of heterogeneous mixtures. Now, let's have a drill again about homogeneous and heterogeneous. You will choose, children, is it homogeneous or heterogeneous? Dapat fast-minded children. What is that?
Hetero.
Hamburger, hetero or homo?
Hetero.
Let's see. Correct. Very good. Next one.
Hetero.
Cake. Is that hetero or homo?
Hetero.
Huh? Okay. Homo. Some says homo, some says hetero. The answer is homogeneous.
Now we are
Right.
looking for the cake itself, not without berries.
You're only looking at the berries at the top, but you don't know or you don't see the mixtures on how to make the cake. So what do you think is the ingredients of making
Flour.
the cake? We have the flour,
Sugar.
Baking soda.
egg, baking soda mixed together as mixtures, and it is called homogeneous mixtures because we can see the sugar in the cake. Can you see the sugar in the cake, children?
Yeah.
How about in the burger? Can you still see the cheese?
Yes.
Sa cake, yeah. Can you see the flour?
No.
That's why hamburger is heterogeneous and the cake is homogeneous. Another one. Fish.
Hetero.
Hetero. Why hetero, Ayan?
Because combination of two more substances.
Mixtures na yahay, Ayan. Why do you think it's heterogeneous?
Because we can see the substances together.
Yes, you see as fish na sa Japon. Okay, very good. Last one. What is that?
Soup.
Soup. Hetero or homogeneous?
Hetero.
But we cannot determine if the
Homo.
soup is
Homo.
macaroni or
Soap lang.
cream.
Then, even though it's macaroni, even
Bird's
though
nest.
it's cream,
Bird's
even
nest.
though bird's nest, yes, even though it's bird's nest, it's still answer.
Homo.
Hetero. It's
Homo.
homogeneous. Can you see the salt
No.
floating in the soup?
Homo.
I mean the content.
Oh, iba. You can sometimes it's
We can
all-
see the green leaves.
Yes.
And
The carrots.
Yes, it's maybe it's a combination of homo and hetero, but it is
More on homo.
more on homogeneous.
Genius.
Very good yun sa mga bata. Okay, now let's have this activity time. I will group you into 3. Group 1. Sino group 1 na? Pila ka kabilog, sir, ma'am?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Seven.
Yes, some solids that can't be eaten or sometimes maybe it's, yes, not edible or dirty na siya. And report your observation, and the last one you have to report it here in front. The best reporter will gain a prize. Okay? Prize. But there is also a caution. Children, caution, do not
Taste the material
Ask the teacher to assist you while performing the activity.
Yes, do not chase. Basi makita ko dilap-dilapan. Yung karon ha, no. But don't worry, we have a prize here. By the way, nag-ano kami activity, kami kita ko bata. Sa online, kami bilo, nagdilap-dilapan yung kalamay. Yung ginamit ng kalamay. Galing nagtapot sila sa sand, sa mga pebbles, so it's not proper. So we have to be careful. Do not taste the material because it's very dirty. Okay, we have the first. This is the activity we're going to do. We have group 1. We have the rice, grains, and pebbles. Pero maano pa ko. I will show you first how to do the activity. Yun ang rice. We have the rice and the pebbles sa group 1. Yun ang group 1. Duwala ka group, sir na? Duwala. You're just going to answer rice, grains, and pebbles, and instant coffee, and water. Wala na yung answer. Group 1. Coffee. Yes, check. No.
Yes, President. Yes.
You're going to report the children in front, ha? Choose a leader to report.
Leader resulting in filter out.
Sama ko lang.
Is there a change in property? In the property of
Finish? Yes. Very good ang group 2 ka. Sila may
One.
Group 1.
Ay, may kung kami group 1.
Report your children, ha?
No. I did it. Yes.
Coffee and water. Can you still identify solid materials? No, Mom, because the instant coffee and water combine their mixture, so I can see already the coffee and the water. And did the resulting mixtures look the same throughout? No, Mom. So no. And is there a change in property of its solid materials?
What happened to the coffee?
Our first solid materials is milk powder and sprinkles. Can you still identify each solid materials? Our answer is yes. Did the resulting mixtures look the same? Answer is no. Is there a change in the property of each solid materials? Our answer is no. And our answer is, for the milk powder and sprinkles, our answer is heterogeneous. Why? Because we can still distinguish the milk powder and the sprinkles as we combine them together. That is why our answer is heterogeneous.
Okay.
Next is the powder, juice, and the water. Can you still identify each solid materials? No. Did the resulting mixtures look the same throughout? Yes. Is there a change in the property of each solid materials? Yes. Our answer is homogeneous. Why homogeneous? Because the powder juice is completely dissolved into water and we can no longer see the juice.
Very good, group 1. But is your answer correct, group 1? In the second column, where? Number 1. How about number 1? Let us check. Can you still identify solid materials? Is that correct?
Yes.
Did the resulting mixture look the same?
No.
The answer is? Yes.
Powder and sprinkles.
You can still recognize the
Wala siya
milk,
na-dissolve.
and you can still recognize the sprinkles.
Wala siya na-dissolve ang
So
milk.
it's yes.
Dapat makita. Ay, no.
Yes. The dapat answer is?
Yes.
Okay, next. Is there a change
Did the resulting
in the property?
No.
Correct na siya. And your water. Can you still identify? May identify niyo pa?
Yes.
Powder, juice, and water.
Ano na siya sa water?
Is the resulting mixture look the same?
No.
Okay, so no,
No man
answer
nagyapon.
dapat.
No, no.
Is there a change in the property? Yes, it
Yes.
is. Okay, ang sala nyo lang ang sala.
Ang duwa.
Okay, and the answer is homogeneous. Very good anyway. Okay lang na. Okay, that's what we're going to do.
Wala ka na, Brad?
Ay,
Homo means same.
Okay.
It is a
Mixture in
mixture.
which the composition is uniform throughout the mixture.
Okay, so
You can see the particles of the juice.
yes, homogeneous.
We can see.
We can see.
Non-uniform.
Yes, so you have to take note of these words ng children. Tapos hindi.
Tapos
Okay, let's have a, yes, let's have a game. This is a video clips. Again, this is dasig niya sa han. Ay, hala.
And
Ay.
wala na mo.
Okay. Game sa children. Correct answer. Okay, you answer yan.
Heterogeneous.
ingredients in my luto. So
Yes.
it's very nice to taste the food with good taste.
Very good. Of course, you have to put condiments like sugar, like salt, Betsin, or your magic sarap. Yeah. To taste or the food to be taste good. Another example. Yes, Mika.
As a painter, you cannot produce different colors without the primary color.
Yes, so you have to put different kinds of colors to produce another color. What else? Marian.
As a carpenter, we cannot build a house without mixing the cement and the sand and the gravel.
Very good. Ikaw very good. Sa mga bata. Yes. Okay. So, everyone, take note of this. Homogeneous mixtures, we can see the particles, while the heterogeneous, we can see the particles. Any questions? Some more questions, children. Ano bang wala niyo maintindihan? Grade 4.
We can understand, Mom.
Okay. Kung mag-test ko